What's up, guys? Out here in Extreme Shenanigans Garage. Now, if you're wondering whether you can spray your car by yourself in your own garage, this is the video for you, because I'm going to show you exactly what I did to spray this car, and I'm going to show you exactly where I messed up when I sprayed this car, and then I'm going to show you how I learned how to fix this car from my horrible paint job that I put on it. Stay tuned and we'll see if we can get this orange peel all the way off of the car or not. Now, as you can see, the paint job is not terrible. It's really not terrible. This side over here I got wet sanded down, so don't worry about that right this second. This right here is after some paint correction, okay? Then you can still see some orange peel here when you get close, and right here, because I didn't go down too deep. It's single stage paint, so I was scared of bleeding through and burning through all the way and having a real problem. This over here is also all corrected, and it really does not look bad until you get really close to it. This is all corrected here. All corrected. Look at that. It looks decent, right? I mean, for someone that doesn't know what they're doing, it looks okay. This right here is how it looked everywhere before. Now that's what we call orange peel. The paint has a texture on it, right? So we gotta knock that texture down without bleeding through the paint, basically. So now that you've seen exactly how the paint job was messed up, it's basically just this orange peel here, you know. Some people, I guess, could live with it, but I seen it as an opportunity to learn how to fix it. So that's what I'm doing. So over here, we got this sanded down over here. This is all smooth now. No more texture. All this over here. So how did I get this orange peel on the car? How exactly did I get this orange peel? Well, here we go. I'm gonna run through the process. So I did a budget paint job, right? With a $14 Harbor Freight spray gun. I have a 20-gallon compressor over here. 60 is recommended as the minimum for spraying a car. And I have 20. Problem number one. Problem number two, I've never sprayed a car before. So, paint guns, they have all these settings on them, right? They have a bunch of settings on them. There we go, Harbor Freight Special, right? So, this right here adjusts how much paint flows into the gun. This right here adjusts the fan, which is basically, you know, how wide it sprays. This right here adjusts the air going into the gun. And that right here is your pressure control feeding to the gun. Right? So, normally, from what I've learned on watching many YouTube videos, you would want the fan control all the way open, and the paint all the way open, and then this air all the way open, and then maybe dial it in with a turn or two on the paint. Not even a full turn, just a little bit, right? But with this gun, when you have the fan wide open, you basically get no materials coverage. You get no paint coverage, right? So I did not know how to correctly set up that gun to give me proper coverage, and I should have done a test panel to make sure the gun was spraying correctly. So I have that issue there. Then the other issue, my heater right there. Okay, let's see that real quick. Let's see this real quick. My heater says it is 72 degrees in here right now, right? But here we go, I got this little temperature gun, right? So let's just see what the temperature is on the panels of the car, right? Let's go right over here. We got 45. 42 closer to the ground. Yeah, about 41, 42, 46. And over here we get warmer over here, you know. And up here, yeah, like 58, you know. So the temperature of the is not very consistent. Just because the air is 70 something degrees does not mean that the car that you're spraying onto is going to be 70 degrees. On the paint can it says that it needs to be at 75 degrees for optimal drying and all that. So you can even pick up this orange peel by having wrong temperatures on the body panels, right? So let's see right here, we got, you know, 52, 50 something degrees. And we get up there. Got about, like, you know, a lot of degrees coming out of the heater. Like, dang, 300 degrees coming out of that thing. Okay, and then down here on the floor. The floor is 44 degrees. Walls 44, 56, 66. He rises, right? Okay, so now you guys know what I did wrong. You know how the paint job got messed up, and you can see that it corrects pretty well, right? Like, it doesn't correct perfect. It's a single stage paint, which to me, I wouldn't have done a single stage with what I know now, right? So what I'm seeing here is that, okay, it's corrected. Most of the orange peels off, right? But I get some spots where you can see like the color is lighter than it is in other spots. Like, it's dark here and then it's lighter up here. I don't even really see that too well, but that's real life. Okay, so the tools that we are going to use to fix this orange peel right here is we're going to use some 1500 grit DA sandpaper, 1000 grit sandpaper on an interface pad. All of it goes on an interface pad. And over here we got more 1000 grit. We're going to use that, and then we're going to hit it with a 2000 grit, and then we're going to hit it with a heavy cutting buffer pad with this compound right here. Probably not the best compound in the world, but again, I'm new to this shit, so that's all they had at the fucking store. And then I have this right here for a polishing. So basically what we're going to do here, we're going to take the 1000 grit, we're going to take the texture right on off of there. And then we're going to go to the 1500 grit, and we're going to take out the scratches from the 1000 grit. And we're going to go to 2000, and we're going to take out the scratches from the 1500. And then we're going to go to the buffer, and we're going to shine it up. And we have 3 stages on the buffer is what I've been doing. A heavy cut, a light cut pad, and then a polishing pad. And that's how I got this all over here to work well. And I have over here, we'll go over these tools real quick. I have this DeWalt plug-in palm sander, right? Now I also got this this Air DA Orbital Husky That's an orbital 6-inch, you know. So that's what I was gonna use to do the whole car. But the problem I was having with that is I have a 20-gallon compressor. So what would happen is it would start off at full power, you know, good RPMs, and it would just bog down and be like, and like basically not even be spinning for 90% of the fucking body panel. So I just started, now stick my 6-inch interface pads on my 5-inch palm sander here, and I just ran with it that way, and it's been going a lot faster. When I was trying to use that DA over there with the minimal compressor power, it was taking like a whole day just to do one section of the hood. And I switched to this guy, and now I did like basically this whole side of the car, and then all the way this way and that side. I got all sanded down on the 1000 grit and all this polished, all that in like about 4 to 5 hours. So I highly recommend not using air tools if you don't have a big compressor. We have a 20-gallon. I would absolutely recommend having a 60-gallon for anything you're gonna do with power tools that require air. Alright, so then we're gonna get into this repair here. See what we can do to get this knocked down. So if you're wondering whether you should spray your car yourself or not, if you're feeling like you got some time on your hands and you feel like you want to learn a new skill, absolutely. Like, I could have had this car sprayed by a professional for free, but I chose to do it myself because I want to learn how to do this, and I want to be able to spray my cars myself. I have multiple cars, and getting a paint job is really expensive, so it's something I'm going to learn how to do. So at the end of the day, like, spraying it wasn't hard, preparing it takes time, and then once you mess up the spray job, the wet sanding also takes some time. But I would definitely not recommend a single stage, because when you get a clear coat and a base coat, you have plenty of time to correct it before you put the clear coat on, and then after you put the clear coat on, you can correct it at that point too. But when you have a single stage, you still get the opportunity to correct it, right? But your paint is a lot thinner, so it's a lot easier to burn through it, and it's a lot easier to have spots that look darker than others, because you have, let's say, 2 coats still in this area and then 1 coat over here after the wet sanding to get the orange peel off. So definitely base coat and clear coat is the way to go. But that's it.